Hi everyone, this is Joy Nelson, Stamp with Joy, and today I'm going to show you this wonderful cute little card with the sweet ice cream stamp set, and it is part of the Ice Cream Corner Suite, which is in pages 48 and 49 of the January to June mini catalog. So you can see there's some wonderful products there. There's some great samples on the other side. It comes with a very cute punch, and it comes with these wonderful 12 by 12 papers. So there's one side. And then of course all of our designer series papers are double-sided. So there's the other side. First, I'm going to start out with a piece of basic white cardstock, and I will post the dimensions on the description of this video later so that we can just get started with our stamping. First, I'm going to take this portion of the popsicle stamp and Blackberry Bliss ink pad, and full strength is just a little too much, so we are going to stamp off and then we will kind of come over to the side, kind of bring that up a little bit, and give it some nice even pressure. Then we will take Pool Party in full strength with the top part of our popsicle. Get that lined up. I love the photopolymer because you can see right through them and get them lined up nicely. Now we need a mask because this technique is masking so that it looks as if those other popsicles are behind the middle popsicle. I brought in a Post-it note and I stamped this same popsicle on this Post-it note, and then I cut one out to save time. I cut very close around it, even kind of in the inside of that image, because when I lay it on, I want to have some of that original stamped image coming out around, because otherwise I will have a halo. I don't want a halo. You want to make sure that you clean your stamps off good in between. Because you're changing colors. And my Stampin' Chamois is very well loved, as you can see. And it will stain, but some soapy water will clean all of that ink right out, and even if there's a stain, it will not matter. My next color is going to be Bermuda Bay. Get that inked well. Again, stamp off and then come in, and you want to overlap and go up a little bit on this one. The top on this popsicle is going to be Pear Pizazz. And that full strength is just a little bit more than I want. So I'm going to stamp off again. And then work on lining that up. Just so. Clean my stamps off again, because I have one more color of popsicle. We want 3 different flavors of our popsicles. The next color for our popsicle is the Terracotta tile. And stamp it off again. Overlap it up a little ways, like the previous. Straight up. Got a little garbage on there, but I have one that I've stamped, so we're not going to worry about that right now. I would normally restamp it, but I have pre-done a piece. And this is So Saffron for this top of this flavor of popsicle. All right. Close that ink up. Remove our mask. And as you can see, even though it had a little bit of that original stamp around this mask, it kept us from having a halo. Next, I'm bringing in some cinnamon cider ink. And the solid popsicle stick. I'm going to stamp that off. A lot of stamping off on this one. Line this up in the center at the bottom of the popsicle. Do that 3 times. And then bring in this wood grain piece of the popsicle. And we're going to do that full strength on the cinnamon cider. Okay, so there we have our 3 little popsicles. And like I said, I went ahead and stamped another one. But before I do that, I'm going to show you that I did the You're So Cool in Bermuda Bay. Down in this bottom corner-ish. Okay, so because that one's not a very pretty one, I'm going to take my one that I did before I started my video. And as you can see on this one, the stick is down just a little ways, but that's fine. And I have taken a piece of the Blackberry Bliss ribbon that comes in this suite, and about 5 inches of it. I'm going to cut that in half. First, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to angle it together as it's folded over so that those angles will match. Brush those away. Cut this in half so that I have 2 pieces. Separate these pieces. And then I will attach these on this card, so it's like a fishtail, little ribbon embellishment. I'm going to take some of my Stampin' Seal and put that right at the top here. Got a little on my mat, but that's okay. This mat will be going in the trash afterwards. I'll lay that on top. Lay this right next to it. And I have plenty to wrap around the back. Of this piece. Now I wanted a little bit of a layer around, but I wanted a skinny border or a skinny layer around it. So I cut a piece that was 1/8 of an inch larger than my white piece so that it gave me a very skinny little border. Attach that with some Stampin' Seal. Love the Stampin' Seal. It's a quick way to do some adhesive. Just put that where there's just a tiny little border there. Set that piece aside. Going to bring in a piece of Designer Series paper. I like these stripes. And that is nice, but it was a little too busy to put the two together. So I chose to use the striped side of this Designer Series paper and a piece of Blackberry Bliss that is 1/4 inch larger. So this layer is a little bit larger than my skinny layer. I'm hoping I'm lining that up good. It's hard to tell with the camera straight overhead. There's those two pieces. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. So I want several because I don't want any saggy middles. One in each corner, one on each side, and then 2 of them in the middle. Seems like a lot of dimensionals, but it will be a nicer presentation on that card. And those dimensionals are, I don't know, like 1.50 pennies a piece. They're not really expensive. I'm going to bring in a piece of purple Posy cardstock. I have cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half and scored it in at the 4 1/4 inches. Need a bone folder to help make a nice crease there. Again, use my Stampin' Seal for an adhesive. If it doesn't start, just give it a tiny little nudge. I want this piece to go right with kind of an even border around here from the purple Posy. And now we have our dimensionals. So we just pull these pieces off. And we are almost entirely done with this card. This was a very quick and easy card once you get the masking and stamping done. We want this to come along about so. Again, got all those dimensions on there so there's no soggy middles. And on my sample, I went ahead and put a layer 1/4 inch smaller of the white on the inside so that it's easier to write a greeting, and I stamped a popsicle on the inside. And then the envelope, I wanted to make it fancy too, so I stamped a popsicle on the outside of the envelope. So I hope that you have enjoyed my presentation for the Ice Cream Corner Suite, and you may order this via my website at stampwithjoy.stampinup.net. I have a blog at stampwithjoy.com, and I also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/stampwithjoynelson. So any of those, places will get you to my web store. Stampin' Up! Is still running celebration until the 28th of this month, February 28th, 2021. And there are several items that you can get with a $50 order, which if you order this entire suite, that will get you a free item. Or at the level 2 $100 level in the United States, then you get a level 2 item, which is a stamp set and paper or a larger stamp set. So you will not want to miss out. You definitely will want to place your orders before the end of the month so that you get an additional free item. Please like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you wish to see some more of my videos. Talk to you soon. Bye.